Hey everyone, today's reading, it's all about pets or animals. And the reason as to why I suddenly, came up with this reading is because I noticed it recently. I've gotten some emails as well as some messages around pets. And shout out as well to Jess. She got herself a new pet. It's so cute. And at the same time, I've gotten this feedback from one of the subscribers of my channels, in which she was saying that her pet actually came through in one of my readings in the past. She lost her dog, and her dog was, kind of like telling her not to feel guilty about his passing. So I feel like, doing this type of a reading, I feel this is the perfect time to be doing it. And at the same time, like what I said, I really love animals, all right? The reason as why I'm very close to animals, regardless whether it's dogs or those furry babies, is because of animals can provide unconditional love. All right. So, yeah, let's find out what your pets think of you. What is it that they wanted to tell you as well? All right. We're going to be channeling some messages from your pets at the same time. So, we have here 3 pet stickers to choose from. Group number 1, really cute. Group number 2, Christmas is almost around the corner. And then we also have this lucky cat for group number 3. So once you're ready, just click on the timestamps below and let's begin. Hey, group number 1, you chose this pet sticker. Let's find out what your pets think of you. What is it that they wanted to tell you as well, all right? We're going to be channeling some messages from them. Spirit guides, archangels, and angels, please provide some guided messages for the collective who chose group number 1. You have here 9 of Cups. Wow. Queen of Pentacles. Ten of Wands. 10 of Cups. Seven of Cups. 3 of Wands. Bottom of the deck, you have here 7 of Pentacles. My gosh, I'm already hearing a lot of specific messages, but let's start off first with, there's a lot of earth energies over here. So that will be Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. We also have here water signs, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. And then we have fire signs as well, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. All right, so what your pets think of you and what is it that they wanted to tell you? First and foremost, your pet really sees you as a very loving, nurturing, giving person. I tell you how much, they love you so much. Group number 1, I could really feel it. They view you as the Queen of Pentacles, whether you're male or female, okay? And the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who's very down to earth. She's very practical. She's very loving, nurturing. And I feel your pet really appreciates how you are taking good care of them, okay? This pet is kind of like saying, you are my wish come true, okay? Like, I'm so freaking lucky. I keep on hearing how your pet, sees themselves as if that they won a jackpot or something. That's really what I heard. Like, they're very lucky to have you as their master, their owner. And speaking of which, what is amazing about this, group number 1, is that your pet really appreciates that you treat them not just a pet. You treat them as a family member, which is something I could perfectly resonate with because I don't see my pets as animals or just pets. I really treat them as my family, all right? I treat them as if they were my children. And so I feel that's also the case for a lot of you chose group number 1. You really try to make your pet feel as if that they're a part of the family, even with this 10 of Cups. And so that's also one of the reasons as to why they're really, saying to themselves, we're darn lucky to have group number 1. Okay? Oh my gosh. They really love you so much, group number 1. And that's because you're very, very loving, nurturing and compassionate. Some of you, I'm hearing, you may have a pet dog, rabbit as well, okay, because I'm drawn to this rabbit over here with this Queen of Pentacles, all right? And then cats as well, okay? I'm also hearing parrot for some of you, okay? But anyway, regardless, they're really seeing you as a very loving person. You really try to make them feel so comfortable, at ease, is what I'm hearing. I'm also hearing very strongly that your pet is kind of like clingy at times, or they're kind of like missing you whenever you're not around. So whether you're busy at work or you're busy doing something, it actually makes them feel sad. Like they can't wait to see you again, or they can't wait for you to be playing with them again. Like they are really missing your company. They're really missing the playtime maybe, or what, because yeah, you just really give them a lot of deep love and affection and a lot of attention. I'm also hearing very strongly that your pet is definitely aware of what you've been going through. That's another message I'm channeling right now. Not for all of you, but somebody watching group number 1 is going through something really tough. And you may be kind of like feeling impatient. You may be kind of like feeling as if that you're on the verge of giving up, or that you are just basically really, exhausted or burdened with this 10 of Wands, maybe with a lot of, responsibilities, or probably feeling stressed out recently or what. And so your pet is kind of like saying, all right, hang in there. All right. You can do this. That's what I'm hearing right now. And if you've been waiting for something, I don't know, who is this for? Maybe this lucky break, or that you've been wishing or manifesting something, it's not there yet. Your pet is kind of like reassuring you that you will get it. Just trust. And whatever this is, it's really going to be long-term. It's going to be stable. It's going to make you so extremely happy. Some of you have been wishing for that partner. Some of you have been wishing about this really big project or big deal, or it involves money. Okay, I'm hearing that as well. Some of you are struggling with money or finances. Okay, but your pet is reassuring you that it will be fine. It will be okay soon. Your pet also sees you as a very patient person, okay? That even though, I'm hearing this very, very strongly right now, that you may get upset over what they're doing. For instance, this is just an example, like you probably caught your pet chewing on one of your stuffs, right? Slippers or what, but you're very patient. You don't get really, upset that you have to hit them, all right? And so they appreciate that as well, how patient you are and understanding. I don't know why I feel like crying right now. This is crazy. It's rare of me to cry, all right? But I just feel like crying all of a sudden. Well, let's just move on to the next set of cards. That's crazy. Wow. Oh, okay. All right. I'm hearing this right now from Spirit. Your pet is kind of like saying, I don't know who is this for. Your pet may be a little bit old now, and you're kind of like worried that this pet would soon pass away. Oh, wow. Maybe that's why I feel like crying. Aw, gosh. I don't like to cry in readings, but anyway. What the freak? Anyway, your pet is kind of like saying, no matter how much we wanted to stop that from happening or prevent that from happening, we all experience death. We will experience that, all of us, not just human beings, but we as animals as well. And so your pet is kind of like saying, he or she is kind of like also worried that it would be hard for you to let them go when the time comes that they need to move towards the light or to leave this plane. So maybe somebody's pet is sick right now, and you're really, kind of like feeling really scared and anxious and really stressed out because it's hard for you to let your pet go. Of course, I could resonate with that. I love my pets. I treat them as my family members, which is the same case for group number one. My gosh. I mean, I'm starting this reading already, and this is my favorite pile already because I could resonate with you guys, right? And that's why maybe I'm also feeling emotional right now. It's because of that message that I just channeled right now, in which your pet is kind of like, yeah, wanting to tell you that, all right? That everybody will go there, if you know what I mean, all right? But this pet is hoping that you would be able to let them go when the time is right, or when the time comes that they have no choice but to move towards the light. But they wanted to thank you, group number one, for everything that you've done, for all the care and attention. Oh my gosh, I don't want to cry. My gosh, I've never, felt this emotional in a reading ever in my 3 years of reading for Pick a Cards. What the freak? But I suddenly wanted to burst out crying right now, you guys. If I have to pause, I will pause. I'm so sorry, but I'm just really, sensitive to energies, and I could really pick up that message for someone out there watching. And this pet is kind of like saying, I am the luckiest pet on earth. Thank you. Let's just move on to the next. I don't really, want to cry. Oh my gosh. Whoa, boy. Because I really try to separate my feelings whenever I do the reading, but I can help it. As an empath, I could really, pick up all these energies. Ooh, boy. Oh, gosh. Anyway, let's move on to the next. Yeah, you got your material harvest. You have 3 of water. Regeneration. And you have your first chakra, Archangel Michael. Wow. Okay, so group number one, here's what I'm seeing. First and foremost, what they think of you is that you are a very, strong, independent person, okay? On top of you being very caring, nurturing, affectionate, and very patient with them, you are also a very strong individual. You're very independent. You're very hardworking as well. You guys are very career focused. Some of you are struggling with money. So let's actually start off with that. Somebody watching group number one is really, going through a rough lot when it comes to their finances. And so your pet is, again, kind of like reassuring that everything will be well. You got the regeneration card. So for everything that you may have lost, or if you've been going through a lot of problems around your finances, that is going to be a thing of the past in the near future. All right. That's what your pet is saying. Soon you will be reaping the harvest because you're a very hardworking person, and there's definitely something that you will be celebrating about, okay? Maybe there's actually huge money coming along is actually what I'm picking up very strongly for someone out there. Because I feel that because of this, challenge around finances, it actually made you feel so stress out, of course, and at the same time you may be having a lot of sleepless nights. You don't know what you're going to be doing. How can I actually survive? I don't know who is this for. But again, your pet is kind of like saying that all will be well soon. Another message I'm actually getting right now is that your pet really sees you as a very protective person, okay? This pet wanted to thank you as well for protecting them, and they also wanted to protect you as much as possible, especially if there are some not so good people around you. You may also notice that, not for all of you, but you may notice that your pet is kind of like a very observant, especially if you have visitors in your home. I don't know who is this for. That's what I'm hearing right now. Whenever you have visitors at your home, whether it's friends or whatever, okay? But it's like you would notice that your pet is really kind of like being very observant or extremely observant. That's because this pet is your spirit guide as well, all right? And this pet is really trying to protect you. Oh my gosh, I just heard that right now. Somebody, okay. I don't know if I should mention this, but yeah, I should maybe. Somebody watching group number one, whether you're aware of this or not, I feel that your pet protected you from evil eye. Maybe you've been, noticing that your business is suffering or that your finances has been, suffering and all that. I feel that whether you're aware of this or not, but I really heard evil eye. And I feel that your pet kind of like really tried to protect you from that. Maybe at one point they got ill, is what I'm hearing, and that's because they protected you. I'm also drawn to the fish. Okay, so maybe you have fish as a pet as well. On top of, I really got dogs. Rabbit is also very strong for group number one. Parrot is also what I heard earlier. And then, yeah, I'm drawn to this fish over here. Okay, let's move on to the next. Wow, I wasn't expecting this reading to be intense, honestly. And I rarely cry. I'm almost on the verge of crying, you guys. And I rarely do that. But yeah, this is the very first time I'm doing a pet reading. And my gosh, it's really intense. Anyway, I wasn't expecting it to be intense. I was expecting it to be really fun and all that. But it's not to say that it's not fun. But it's just really, unexpected of me to kind of like wanting to cry all of a sudden during the reading. Oh my gosh. Anyway, let's see what else. Relationship change. Okay. Let's see what else. There's a lot to do with relationships because now you got your commitment, you got milestone, and you got your victim mentality. Okay, so here's what I'm hearing, group number one. For some of you, your pet is definitely aware that you are going through some relationship issues, all right? Whether this is a person that you had a situationship with, or it was your ex, or what. Maybe, yeah, they were able to kind of like pick that up from you or witness you either crying over it or you're really feeling stressed out over this relationship, okay? And so your pet is actually, kind of like saying here that you will overcome this challenge, this relationship, this experience is helping you to grow is what I'm hearing, okay? And they wanted you to move past that. They wanted you to heal yourself from whatever it is that has happened to you, okay? I'm also hearing very strongly that for some of you, they're kind of like saying that you should put your focus more on yourself. You should put your focus on your own growth. You should put your focus on your future, okay? Because somebody watching group number one may have the tendency to kind of like just sulk in one corner or just really spend their time thinking about some traumas over the past around relationships, or maybe something just happened, whether it's an ex or what. But I feel that your pet is kind of like saying right now that they wanted you to heal. And number two, they're hoping that you will be putting your focus on your growth, on your healing, towards your success even. That's really, really strong here, okay? I'm also hearing very strongly, this is very random, somebody's pet is kind of like saying that your partner may have the tendency to be in this victim mentality, consciousness. I don't know who is that for, all right? That's really funny because it's like, I don't know if your pet likes your partner. This is for somebody who is already in a relationship. Again, it's something random that I'm channeling right now. You may be in a relationship and your pet doesn't like the person that you're in a relationship with. Oh my gosh, that is so freaking funny. And this pet is kind of like saying your boyfriend or your person is in this victimhood type of, consciousness or victim consciousness. But then for some of you, I'm getting more of like a different message that they're actually saying if the relationship from the past did not work out for you, they're wanting for you to heal from it, and they're believing in you, group number one, that it's just a part of your journey that you need to experience in order for you to grow, okay? And that maybe, all right, instead of sulking in one corner, instead of allowing yourself to be stuck over the past, maybe it's about time for you to kind of like, yeah, rise above it and put your focus on your success, put your focus on your well-being, because maybe it's already affecting some of you in an emotional level or a mental level, all right, depression even. I can't believe this. I like what I said, I've never done a pet reading before, but I never expected there's going to be a lot of specific messages coming through. Oh my gosh. Anyway, let's move on to the next. What else? Opportunity. Okay. Oh, okay. You got love. All right. Spark. And then Grand Symphony. Aw, oh my gosh. This is so freaking beautiful. I so love this, group number one. Okay, based on these four cards, I know this since your pet already described you as this very loving, nurturing person who really, takes good care of them and treats them as if, they are part of the family, and that you are very patient as well. Your pet is more of like giving you some reassurance. That's also what I notice now, all right? Like your pet is kind of like telling you, hey, all right, for whatever it is that has happened to you in your past, whether it's a relationship that did not work out, or you may have encountered some failure in your career whatsoever, your pet is reassuring that there's going to be an opportunity in the future for you, all right? Especially around love and partnerships, okay? Because you got the love card over here, all right, in which you would actually feel this sudden spark. So it's kind of like a promise from your pet, okay? Maybe because your pet is also feeling sad to see you crying, or feeling depressed over the past relationship or what. And that's why I got the relationship change, right? Maybe some of you are still stuck over a past person. But it's like your pet is saying, hey, for things to transform into your life, all right, you've got to heal. You've got to release the past, because there's more coming, or there's more opportunities out there for you, which is a lot more better for you. Don't limit yourself. So I really feel that this is the message for some of you, okay? That's what your pet or pets wanted to tell you right now, in which some of you will be given an opportunity for this brand new relationship, in which there's going to be this sudden spark. And yeah, with the Grand Symphony, I'm more of like getting that, yeah, this is a type of relationship in which it is harmonious. There's balance as well, all right? There's music. Maybe this person also, yeah, is into music. I don't know. I'm suddenly hearing that. Maybe because of I'm hearing, yeah, that at the same time I'm seeing it in the cards with this woman playing the violin, and then yeah, some musical instrument over here. But yeah, some of you I'm also picking up very strongly that your pet really sees you as well as somebody who is a music lover, all right? Now that we're talking about music, I'm also getting that your pet really, sees you as a person who's really into music. Either you love singing, or you're just playing a lot of music all day long, or what, or you've been playing some musical instrument, okay? Because you got the love. I feel that for some of you, this is your passion. But yeah, what I actually heard with all these cards is that your pet is reassuring you that there's going to be an opportunity for you. So it's like them saying, don't be sad, all right? Things will change, all right? Whether it's a relationship change, in which this time you will be with somebody in the future where there's spark, there's balance, or harmony in the relationship. So yeah, anyway, let's actually move on to the next. Yeah, see, growth. What did I tell you? Because that's really what I heard earlier. So this is just a validation, in which your pet is kind of like saying here that everything that has happened for you, all right, in the recent past, or whatever challenges, obstacles, whether it's around love and partnerships, whether it's career problems or financial issues, it's kind of like helping you to grow from it, all right? It's part of your journey. You really needed to experience that so you can actually grow. But at the same time, your pet is wanting for you as well to not allow yourself to be stuck or limited into this fixed space. I don't know why I'm getting that. Maybe that's why with the victim consciousness card, it shows a guy who's just sulking in one corner. He's just inside this room and his hands are tied to a bedpost. It's like your pet is kind of like saying, come on, you can do far more, things out there. All right. You're meant to grow. All right. You're meant to expand. Don't allow yourself to be in that one space, because you're meant to do something else, something bigger, or that your pet believes in your capabilities, in your abilities, that you can achieve something far more better, okay? Whether it's around love, like what I said, or meeting someone that is actually really deserving of your love. I don't know, I'm getting that as well. What the freak? This is so interesting. All right. I feel for group number one, for a lot of you, whether you are aware of it or not, but your pet is also your spirit guide, because the way that I'm sensing things, I could really pick that up, all right? Because our pets can also be our spirit guides. So yeah, let's pull up more. Oh my gosh, you got your harmony. You were just talking about that earlier, didn't we? Right? Some of you may have cats, just like what I said. So others of you, it's rabbit with that Queen of Pentacles, where there's a rabbit on the Queen of Pentacles card. There's also fishes, so maybe that's your pet as well. Dog is also very strong. Parrot is actually what I heard. And now you got cats, so you may have a cat as well, all right? And so again, I'm actually, picking up very strongly here based on this harmony card that your pet also wanted to say that they really feel at peace with you. You really try to calm your pet's anxieties. That's another message that's coming through, all right? You have this healing energy about you, group number one. It's like whenever you're around, it makes them feel at ease. That's really what I heard. Like they can actually relax and feel at ease. Maybe you would also notice that when your pet is with other people or somebody else out there, you would notice that their behavior changes, or that the way that they actually, express themselves or what. Like, for instance, maybe whenever they're actually around you, they are really comfortable. They can stretch their legs and all that. But with other people, it's like they're stiff. I don't know why I'm getting that all of a sudden. So yeah, you really make your oh my gosh, your pets feel at ease. Yeah, and at the same time, I'm also getting here with this harmony card that this is more of like the promise that they have for you. All right, because I kept on hearing that. If you're going through a lot of roller coaster rides or you're feeling stressed out recently, your pet is saying, all right, things will be balanced out. All right, peace is going to be restored. And yeah, they're also saying that everything that has happened for you in the past or recent past, or even currently, all right, it's actually teaching you to grow and expand. All right. Wow, I love this reading so much. Let's move on to the next set of cards. Oops. Okay, yeah, blossoming. So there's definitely growth here. And then you got the will card. Let's pull it more. And again, a woman playing the violin. What the freak? That's interesting, because Spirit wanted me to go back to this blossoming card while I was shuffling. And they're like, hey, go back. Take a look at the blossoming card. And I was like, okay, oh yeah, it's a woman playing the violin. And earlier in one of your cards, the spark card, it shows a woman playing the violin. So yeah, somebody watching group number one is really into music and arts or theater. I don't know why I'm getting that, okay? So I really feel that your pet really sees you as a very talented person. Okay, let's start off with that. A lot of you chose group number one. You're very talented, you're very creative, you may be into music or arts or even, theater. I don't know why I got that. Like, yeah, plays and all that. I don't know. Somebody's also a dancer, is what I'm hearing, watching group number one. Okay. So, again, regardless, your pet really, is so proud of you, of your achievements. And they really believe in your talents. They believe they can actually grow. So, if you've experienced some setbacks or maybe some failures, all right, that's not to say you should stop from pursuing your dream, is actually what I'm hearing based on these two cards. Okay. Keep doing what you're doing and you will achieve your desires, your goals, is what I heard right now. I'm hearing the name Tony. I don't know who is that for. I don't even know if it's the viewer's name or it's the pet's name. But yeah, although it's quite rare to have that name for a pet. But yeah, who knows? But I don't know. I just heard the name Tony. Tony. Anyway. All right, it says your conclusions are within reach, and then you got here meditate and contemplate. Okay, so yeah, I really feel that whatever challenges, whatever, problems you're faced with, group number one, like what I said, your pets wanted to reassure you that this will, come to an end. All right. I'm also getting here as well that for those who are resonating with, you're having a hard time deciding about your future survival or what you're going to be doing next. Your pet actually is also encouraging for you to really, take the time to meditate and contemplate about some things, especially if you're feeling all over the place or you're not feeling balance. I feel this is another message for some of you. Okay. And yeah, again, fishes. So I noticed for group number one, there's a lot of fishes, cats. We also have rabbit as well as, although we don't have any images of dogs, but I also got that very strongly. But yeah, fishes are very strong. Okay. So maybe some of you may have a pet fish. Okay. And yeah, they are definitely wanting for you to kind of like, get your balance back or try to meditate, especially if you are really feeling all over the place or not feeling balanced, okay? But they're kind of like reassuring that things are going to be well for you soon. There's also a message of you not to give up on something, on your dreams. Somebody watching group number one is kind of like feeling as if that their talents are going to waste or that they're working hard on something, but it's like, it's not reaping, the rewards, or that it's effortless, or it's not, their efforts are not actually, producing great results, is what I'm saying here. But your pets are kind of like saying, no, that's not true. All right. So keep doing what you're doing. Aw, I love this reading because I could really feel how supportive your pets are, group number one, how they really love you so much, how much they're proud of you as well, and how they're also affected, whenever you're feeling stressed out, whenever you are actually not in a good space, that even though you may not see that your pets are also affected by it, they are. Based on the reading, you can actually, sense that your pets are also, very much observant of how things are going in your life recently. So you got here the gratitude card. So I really feel that your pet, they are very, very grateful for having you. And that's why I heard at the very beginning of this reading, in which I heard the specific message that your pets are kind of like saying, I want the loto, or I want a jackpot, since you are my master, you're my owner, or that you're treating me as if I'm your family member. And so I'm very, very thankful. I'm very grateful for that. Wow, your pet really thanks you a whole lot, group number one. I just really had to change the mood earlier because at the very start, I'm getting a mixture of messages, specific ones, and then one of them actually made me feel like crying. But yeah, regardless, your pet just really wanted to thank you for everything. Thank you for the love, the affection. Your pet may also see you like a kid at times, all right? That's another message I'm getting just by looking at this image. Yeah, and oh my gosh, Look at this. Lemuria returns. So what I'm actually hearing very strongly is that a lot of you chose group number one. You guys are earth angels as well as empaths, okay? I feel that you have a very strong connection with nature, with spirits, as well as animals. Wow. Yeah, and it says here ocean conservation. So I really feel somebody watching group number one is really into, fishes, because it says ocean conservation. I just suddenly got that very strongly that somebody watching group number one is really into that. Maybe you love fishes, you love water animals as well, all right, dolphins and all that. Yeah, I really feel, regardless, again, group number one, you have a strong connection with nature, with pets or animals, all right? And at the same time, I really feel that, yeah, with this image over here, you're kind of like a mom as well. Whether you're male or female, it's like you have this very motherly, caring energy. And they're very grateful about that, all right? You may be treating your pet as if they are your child, which I can perfectly resonate with, okay? I really treat my pets as if they're my child, all right, or children. So, yeah, they're very grateful about that, group number one. Aw, I so love this reading, but we're not done yet. We're still going to be pulling up more. Yeah, you have a strong connection with animals. My gosh, you got your communion, and it says here eagle as well. And I don't know. I tell you, group number one, your pet is your spiritual guide. I tell you that, okay? They're watching over you, all right? They're guiding you as well. And at the same time, with this card, like what I said, you have this really powerful connection with nature, with spirits, even, and yeah, animals in general. Okay. They're really viewing you as a very compassionate person. You're also highly intuitive, group number one. Gosh, everything that we're talking about is coming up in your cards because I really feel that for group number one. A lot of you guys are, very sensitive. That's why I said some of your empaths, very much like a light worker as well, or earth angel. And like what I said, you can communicate with them, all right? You may be, a person is very psychic as well, in which you can sense not only spirits or what, but even elemental spirits. Yeah, there's something about that for group number one. And your pet is really seeing you as a very highly psychic or highly intuitive person. Wow, I love this reading. So yeah, there's something about them watching over you, all right? And if I read this intuitively, because Spirit wanted me to discuss this image, so what I'm hearing right now is that your pet is actually watching you, and they're kind of like saying, you are about to flutter your wings, okay? You're meant to grow. You're meant to expand. So don't just sit there. Don't just allow yourself to be stuck where you are because you're meant to grow and expand. Don't be afraid. Don't try to see yourself in a small way. I don't know. That's what I'm hearing right now. Wow. I love this reading, but let's pull up a few of these cards and then I'm just going to pull up a random message for you, okay? But this is already my favorite pile, honestly, because I can perfectly resonate with the messages, especially around the part of you treating your pets as if they are your family member. That's exactly what I've been doing ever since I was a child because I love pets so much. I love animals so much. And some people, they would even make fun of me rather when I was a kid because even until now, like when I'm crying over pets or animals, because some people they really don't feel like crying over some pets that have passed on. I take it seriously. I really cry a lot. I get depressed and all that, and that's because I treat pets as if, again, they're my family member. And so a lot of you who chose group number one is also like that. So yeah, that's why it's my favorite pile already. Okay, let's see what else. Ooh, all right. So your pet really sees you as a very polished, very tactful person. They also see you as a person who has a lot of goals in life. You're very ambitious. You're very independent, okay? And that's why they're kind of like saying, if you've been struggling recently, they're kind of like saying, hey, go back to who you are. You are this very ambitious, very, strong person. We believe in you, okay? Put your focus on your goals, all right? Don't allow the setbacks or the challenges to kind of like stop you from pursuing your dreams, your goals, or your talents, whatever, okay? Yeah, for some of you, I'm also getting here that your pets are hoping that you will be able to forgive yourself or someone from your past, in which you just needed to let it go, all right? I keep on hearing that as well earlier. Oh my gosh. Yeah. See, you got here possessing great faith, having no fear. Okay. All right. So here's what I'm seeing based on these cards. First and foremost, they're actually saying here that you are a person who's very polished. You're very reserved for some of you. You're very tactful as well. And yeah, they see you as a very ambitious person, hardworking, career focused. But at the same time, I'm getting here that for some of you, you may be kind of like struggling over your situation from your past, or a recent event happened in which some of you are still stuck over that. And there's a need for you to really let it go with this forgiveness, okay? Also getting here as well that for some of you, you were really holding on to some grudges or resentment because somebody may have cheated on you. There's actually something around deceit or deception. Whether the cheating is not necessarily a partner cheated on you, it can also be that maybe somebody you trusted in the past turned out to be a snake, in which maybe this person actually, did something towards you which really did hurt you a whole lot. You've trusted this person so much and you can't believe that this person did those things. I don't know who is that for. And I feel that your pet is kind of like, saying that you should learn from that experience. Maybe you're so compassionate and nurturing and giving and all that, that you fail to recognize that some people doesn't have the best of intentions for you. It's not to say you're naive, but you may have the tendency to overlook that, is what I'm hearing right now. Okay. All right. So next message I'm hearing is this message of them saying, all right, that they're really grateful for everything that you've done for them, for your pets, because it's something that they'll never forget. That's what I'm hearing right now. And I don't want to cry again. That's why I needed to pause. I don't know if I should continue this because, it's really emotional. The energies that I'm picking up, it's so freaking intense. But this pet is kind of like saying, no matter what happens, if the time comes that I needed to leave, you know that I'll always be there for you because I am your guide. You can still communicate with me. You can still see me, or you will be seeing me, or you will be feeling me. This part is kind of like saying, I'm forever indebted for your kindness, your love, your affection. And even if I pass on, I'll never forget those memories with you. It's one of the best experience ever. Oh my gosh. I don't want to cry. Again, I wasn't expecting that. That message kept on popping up again. But oh boy. Yeah, maybe somebody watching group number 1 is, dealing with some problems around their pet's health. So I will pray for that, okay? I would definitely, include that in my petition. I've done that before as well for some of the clients, in which I would pray, for their pets in my novenas, or, I don't know who is that for, but Anyway, let's just actually move on to your message. I can't believe this, 43 minutes. I wasn't expecting this reading to be so freaking long, maybe because of the messages that's coming through. But anyway, let's actually pull up a message for you guys. It's just a random message. Let's see. Any message for group number 1, please? Whoa, hold up. Okay, it says here, you are protected by a higher power that also wants to help you. If the path seems blocked, there is a good cause. Take this as divine intervention, a sign from above, and wait. When the time is right, all flows with ease. So some of you are probably, experiencing some sort of like a delay, or you may be feeling as if everything is blocked right now. Like, why is it not working according to what I want? All right. Or you may be experiencing a lot of delays, but no, just like what it says here in your card, that it's a form of protection. All right. Just trust that sooner or later everything will flow with ease for you. Oh my gosh, group number 1. This is such a freaking beautiful reading. I love this reading already. I love this group 1's, reading already. It's my favorite already. Oh my gosh. But anyway, I certainly hope that you're able to, pick up something from this and know that your pet really loves you so freaking deeply. And they kept on saying thank you. Your pet is very grateful to have you as their master, their owner, all right? And thank you as well for not treating them just a regular pet, or that they're just a pet, especially that you've been treating your pet as if they're a family member. How amazing is that? That's why I could resonate with you guys. So yeah, high five. Anyway, that's all. I'll see you again next week. Bye. Off to group number 2's reading. You chose this pet sticker. It's so freaking cute. Let's find out how your pet sees you and what are the messages that they have for you as well. Group 1's reading is so freaking amazing. I'm almost on the verge of crying. I wasn't expecting that, honestly. But anyway, let's see what's yours. Spirit guides, archangels, and angels, please provide some guided messages for the collective which chose group number 2. Let's see. Ooh, okay. King of Wands. Five of Pentacles. Ace of Wands. Queen of Swords. The Lovers in reverse. And you got here Page of Wands in reverse. Bottom of the deck, you have here Seven of Wands. Wow, a lot of fire signs. So you may be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We also have here Swords energies, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. And by the way, some of you may also have a pet rabbit. Because, yeah, we have a rabbit sticker over here. Some of you, I'm also picking up cats are very, very strong. I'm also hearing somebody's also into, yeah, like I'm hearing iguana, honestly. Yeah, I don't know. But there's so many pets that I'm hearing right now, but the strongest would be cats as well as, yeah, rabbits or maybe hamster for some of you as well. But anyway, we'll get to that later on. What I'm actually getting here for group number 2 is that your pet sees you as a very strong person. Okay. If you're not seeing yourself as a strong person, because I'm also hearing that, in which something is happening for some of you, in which you are kind of like feeling less confident of yourself, or that you are really struggling over something, your pet really wanted to reassure you or let you know that you are a strong individual. Okay. Some of you are going through something that is really, difficult around finances with this Five of Pentacles. Some of you may have lost a job. Some of you may have actually lost a loved one, is also what I heard. Or maybe this lover, all right? But then again, regardless of whatever scenario you guys are in, your pet is really viewing you as a strong individual. And that whatever challenges, whatever, problems you're currently faced with, you will overcome this. You will have this brand new start. You will have this brand new beginning, okay? Another thing that I'm also seeing here is that your pet also sees you as a very disciplined person, okay? You may not be, not for all of you, but I'm getting mixture of energies for group number 2. Some of you are not really the type of a person who's very, kind of like so sweet with your pets. All right, it's not to say that you don't love your pets, but it's like you really don't kind of like hug them a lot. I don't know who's that for, but I'm getting that message right now. But even though you may not be, very demonstrative towards your pet or really affectionate, your pet knows that you love them so much and that you're very protective of them as well. All right. Others of you are actually more of like the nurturing type. Like you really try to hug your pets. You really try to show a lot of affection for your pets and all that. And if you are, all right, that type of a person, what I'm actually hearing is that your pet, kind of like gets really, really sad or really lonely whenever you are away, especially if you've been, doing a lot of things, or you have been putting your focus on your career all the time, or that you're busy at your work and maybe there's no choice but you have to leave them behind, especially if you're not doing the work at home kind of thing or setup. But I'm actually getting that, like somebody, watching group number 2, maybe really busy nowadays or putting your focus on other stuffs, and it's really making your pet feel so sad, like they miss you a whole lot. But whenever you come home, or whenever you actually kind of like give some time to your pet, it really, I keep on hearing the word elation. They get really excited. It's like you really kind of like spark something to your pet. Like they get really excited, or this pet gets really, really thrilled to see you, especially if you've been away for way too long, or that you probably left them because you have to go for work or what. Okay, that was so strong as well for group number 2. Another message I'm also getting here as well is that your pet is also kind of like saying that you have changed significantly. I don't know who is this for. In a positive way, because I feel that your pet was able to witness that you were this Page of Wands, all right? But what I heard, it's something to do with maturity, especially around decisions, all right? This pet was able to witness that as well, that in terms of decision making, how you handle yourself or situations, it has improved, it has changed significantly, all right? There's something about discipline as well, all right? So that was so strong. I feel that for some of you, that's how your pet sees you. You're a very disciplined person. That even though, for instance, your pet has been begging for this treat or what, but it's not going to be good for them, you're really going to tell them no. All right, or you have to stay here. All right, as much as I wanted you to be eating these type of stuffs or these treats, you can't. I don't know why I'm getting that as well. My gosh, there's a lot of mixture of energies for group number 2. Again, I wasn't expecting that the pet reading is going to be like this. Like I wasn't expecting there's going to be a flow of messages, but yeah, different scenarios, different messages. Yeah, no wonder I heard iguana. Yeah, because this is, I feel, a salamander. What the freak? I just suddenly saw this right now because I heard that there was a specific animal that just suddenly popped up. Although for some of you, you may be, into furry babies such as rabbits or cats or dogs and all that. But yeah, I just heard iguana earlier. Somebody has a pet iguana, or maybe, this is a salamander, actually. All right. But anyway, regardless, your pet is really viewing you as a very strong, courageous, disciplined person. And if you've been going through something really difficult right now, which is the case that I'm actually seeing here in your cards, all right, your pet is kind of like saying, that you will have your new start, you will have this new beginning, you're strong, you can do this, all right? Because again, 7 of Wands is also a card that talks about endurance, that no matter how many, hardships you're faced with, or there's a lot of attacks with this, 6 steps, being kind of like pushed towards this guy, you are a fighter. This is how they view you. You are a strong warrior. Wow. And speaking of strong, you got strength here. So you may be a Leo, since there's a lot of fire signs over here. All right, so even if you're not, but like what I said, I was just saying that you are a very courageous, brave, and strong person. And guess what? You got the strength card over here. So yeah, let's try to pull up another set of cards here. Totally different energy, honestly, from group number 1. But there's a lot of, mixture of energy still. Okay, let's see what else. Wow, okay, you got the sacrifice. All right. Wisdom. Okay. Yin yang. And then he got here between worlds. Wow, I keep on hearing, while I was looking at one of your cards, I keep on hearing that your pet really, misses you every time you're away. All right. Every time you're not, for instance, you're not home, you have to go out or leave for work, or maybe you have to travel somewhere. I also heard that earlier. And maybe you just leave your pet at home or what. They really miss you a lot. All right. They really miss your presence. That's really what your pet wanted to let you know. All right. Because you give them a lot of excitement. You really make them feel so happy and really good. Okay. At the same time, I'm getting a different message here based on these 4 cards. It's more of like a message now from your pets, that your pets are kind of like saying that if you've been struggling over a past event, because I'm drawn to this between worlds, all right, they're kind of like saying that you be courageous enough to move forward. All right. I keep on hearing that. Like your pet wanted you to have that courage to move past over some events from your past, which is not really helping you anymore. And they're hoping, all right, your pets are hoping that you will rise above the situation. They're hoping that you're going to see things from a different perspective with this Hangman card over here and see it as a form of a lesson with this wisdom card. Okay. That's really the message I'm getting here as well. I really feel that with this yin yang, for some of you, it can be about a soulmate connection. It can also be, for some of you, I'm hearing that, yeah, something happened from the past in which it left you really, feeling imbalanced. There could be some sort of like a significant change as well for others of you in a not so good way, in such a way that maybe because of something traumatic happened to you in your recent past, whether it's a love issue, career issue, in which your pet may have kind of like picked up that you have changed. Because I'm getting for some of you it's a positive change, like you've matured, but for some of you now, I'm hearing just by looking at this yin yang card, it's like you're the total opposite. Like for some reason, either some of you became withdrawn, some of you became a little bit less motivated or what, and it's because of you're still stuck over the past. I don't know who is that for. And so if you're resonating with that, in which you suddenly, kind of like felt as if that your life has changed in such a way that you're not as happy, you're not as positive as before, or something happened and it really affected you in so many ways, your pets wanted to let you know that you can grow from this. You have the power to rise above the situation by letting go something from the past, all right? Because your pets are viewing you as if you're still stuck over the past. And they are wanting for you to grow from it and to learn from it instead. Okay, that's the message. Well, okay, all right. I don't know, I suddenly heard the name Savannah. That is really weird. When I saw that card, I just heard it and I was like, wow, all right. So earlier I got some names as well for group 1's reading, but yeah, I wasn't expecting that. That's why I needed to pause, because I suddenly heard Savannah. I don't know if it's a name or whether it's a place or what. I don't know. That's interesting. But anyway, let's move on to the next. All right, you got intuition. Oh my gosh, letting go. There you go. What the freak? I can't believe it. We were just talking about that, didn't we? Let's actually pause, because before I pull up more cards, remember we were just talking about that, because that was a strong message from your pets in which they were saying that they're seeing you, that you were stuck, or you are still currently stuck over the past situation. And that's why they're hoping that you will rise above it, that you will actually have the courage to let things go. And now we got the letting go card. How freaky is that? So you may have a pet dog as well, all right? So in terms of animals, earlier I'm getting kind of like very reptilian or iguana. I also got, yeah, rabbits. All right, it can also be rabbits or hamsters for some of you, or cat. But yeah, dog is also very strong here for group number 2. You may have a pet dog as well. You may have 2 to 3 dogs even. All right, but yeah, what I'm actually getting here is that your pet is hoping that you would listen to your higher self or to your inner voice. That's another message that's coming through, because your pet believes in you. Your pet knows that you know what's best for you. There's something about decision making for group number 2 as well. All right. And they're hoping that you would trust that. You would trust your own decisions. Okay, all right. I'm hearing right now somebody watching group number 2. You may have this experience in which you were around certain people that are not good for you. I don't know who is this for, but I'm hearing that right now, in which maybe these people or this person is somewhat possessive or somewhat, very toxic, someone who really kind of like hinders you from growing. And so your pet is kind of like hoping that you would learn with a wisdom card earlier, that you would learn from that experience. That not everybody, even though it may appear as if they're concerned over you or that they love you, it's not really a healthy love, is what I'm hearing right now from your pet. Because it's coming from a place of selfishness or being selfish and being self-absorbed. And maybe because you're so caring and giving that you would actually sacrifice. No wonder you got the sacrifice card. You always tend to sacrifice your own happiness for others. Or that you know that something is off. You know that something is not good for you. But because of, all right, I'm just going to let things slide. Or I'm just going to allow this person to take control over me. I don't know who is that for. And so your pet is kind of like saying to learn from that. So that the situation would not repeat again. There's also something about decision making. Your pet wanted you to trust and to believe in your instincts, to believe in your intuition. Because again, you guys are very intuitive, all right? Group number 2. Somebody's also losing their confidence. I don't know. I'm also getting that. Somebody also, okay, my gosh. I don't know why I'm getting a lot of messages. Oh boy, specific ones. Somebody also wanted to kind of like relocate or move towards a different country or state or what, province, whatever. I don't know. I'm just hearing that somebody's thinking of doing that. Not just moving jobs or shifting careers, but I'm hearing location. And so I feel that your pet is wanting for you to trust what your internal compass has been guiding for you to do, to drop any fear that you may have. Okay? I don't know what is that for. All right, let's see. Let's move on to the next. Well, I'm getting dizzy. There's a lot of messages. All right. Yeah, you got your clarity of belief. So again, clarity, and then you got intuition. So I really feel that your pets, first and foremost, they really see you as very intuitive. Some of you who pick group number 2 even are psychics. That's actually what I heard. Okay. And so, but because of maybe something happened that you're beginning to not trust your voice or trust your intuition, again, your pets wanted you to bounce back. Like, hey, have confidence in your abilities. Have confidence in your intuition. All right. Listen to it. Pay attention to it. That's really what I'm getting here. And also what I'm picking up based on these cards is that some of you may have overlooked something. All right. Because that's really what I heard earlier. That maybe you thought that these people or this person is actually good for you, but it's actually, the opposite. And so your pet is kind of like saying with this clarity, this is a breakthrough. This is actually talking about you seeing things clearly as well. I feel that this is their message for you to, kind of like see beyond what you are kind of like not seeing right now. It's kind of like a two of swords energy in which you're not seeing things clearly because of maybe you're trying to overlook it or you're trying to be blind to it. I don't know. I'm getting that. Well, all right. Anyway. Yeah, into the unknown. My gosh, what the freak. This is creepy. See, I told you, I love the synchronicity of this entire reading so far. Group one got a lot of synchronicity as well. So yeah, you got the into the unknown. So just like with this lady over here, she is actually blindfolded. She's not seeing things clearly. Just like what I said with the Two of Swords energy. You don't have Two of Swords here, but it's giving me that kind of energy in which there's some things that you're not seeing. All right. And so your pet is kind of like hoping that you would really pay attention to your intuition, not just pay attention with what your eyes are seeing, because there's some things that you won't see with your physical eyes, but there's something that you would be sensing, all right, with your spiritual eye. And that's why I got this intuition, all right? Maybe you're kind of like overlooking some stuffs. It can be certain people, because that's what I heard earlier. That's the message I channeled for someone out there, in which maybe whether this has already happened or this can be a warning from your pet that maybe you are around certain people or a certain person that is not really good for you. But it's hard for you to see it. Maybe because of either you're biased or it's either because of, no, I love this person. I don't think this person's going to be able to do those things to me. You know, I don't know why I'm getting that for someone out there. But yeah, again, the main message here from your pet is to trust your internal compass, your intuition, okay? Somebody really, you know, is kind of like being hindered from growing. That's what I'm hearing right now. Like your pet is kind of like saying, this person or these people are blocking you from growing. Okay, because they really don't have the best of intentions for you. It may appear as if they're concerned over you. It may appear as if that they love you, but it's not, all right? They're only thinking about themselves. That's why I have to use that word self-absorb or selfishness, all right? Or it's coming from a selfish, rather, space. Wow, why is there a lot of messages for group number 2? I can't believe this. Okay, let's move on to the next. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Time machine. Adversity. And you got your quickening. All right. So yeah. I would take this keyword knowledge, all right? Because you got the wisdom keyword earlier in one of the cards. So again, it's the same message. Your pet wanted to let you know, all right, that whatever it is that has happened to your past with a time machine, time is an irreversible error, you guys, because I'm drawn to this clock, okay? And so that's the message I'm getting. Time is an irreversible arrow. No matter how much you try to go back, you can't, all right? However, what your pet wanted you to know is that for whatever it is that has happened to you over a past event, it is teaching you something. And that's why it says here, I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. They wanted you to learn. That's why I got the knowledge and the wisdom card. They wanted you to learn from it. With this quickening, it's part of your transition is actually what I'm hearing, or that this is part of your growth, all right? You're accelerating as well. Maybe it's about time for you to let go of some things. I don't know. I keep on hearing that for group number 2 as well, in which a lot of you may be kind of like hesitant to do it. You're kind of like in this back and forth energy. All right. Maybe because of fear or lack of confidence. I don't know. I'm hearing that very, very strongly for group number 2. And so your pet is kind of like saying, don't allow other people, don't allow anybody, nor a situation to stop you from growing, to stop you from accelerating. That kept on repeating over and over again for group number 2, okay? So, yeah, that's their message. I noticed for group number 2, you have a lot of messages. For group number 1, it's a mixture of how they see you, but I'm more of like, getting for group number 2, your pets really wanted to deliver a message for you. Maybe because they already told you about the things that they wanted, you know, to let you know about how they see you. And the strongest message for group number 2 is that they really see you as a warrior, okay? That you are a very courageous, strong person. And that's why they're probably saying these things for you to realize your power again, to reclaim your power back, all right? To take control of your life instead of allowing past events to control you or even people. Because I'm also hearing that. Remember that letting go card where there's actually dogs tugging her, preventing her from leaving the door. So I'm getting that very strongly as well for group number 2. All right, let's move on to the next. The unexpected. Oh my gosh, you're good enough. See? See? Group number 2. Your pet believes in you so much, all right? There's something about self-worth here. Maybe for some of you, you tend to settle for less, or you tend to settle for the wrong person, or even not necessarily about romantic partnerships or connections. Yeah, it can also be, friends or just people around you, all right? There's something about that. I feel that your pet really wanted to kind of like remind you that you are good enough, all right? Don't settle for less. You're meant to be successful. You're meant to grow, all right? There's far more opportunities out there. But don't allow the past to hinder you from growing. That's really what I got. Wow. This is so freaking amazing. And with this unexpected card, okay, what I'm actually hearing, 2 things. Number 1, what your pet is kind of like saying is that, they can lean on you. They also see you as a strong protector for them. Or they feel comfortable. They feel very much safe. Because when I saw this forest over here, it's like it's giving me that scary vibe. Like, there's something about the unknown, like there's mystery out there, but whenever they are with you, they feel safe. They feel that as long as I'm with group number 2, I feel safe. I know that group number 2 is going to take good care of me. That's really what I'm getting, all right? But it can also be, this is what they also wanted to, kind of like make you feel, all right? Your pet is wanting to tell you that I'm here for you no matter what. There's also something about stepping into the unknown. Like, you may not know what's out there, but be brave enough, all right? You can do it. You are good enough. So maybe you have been thinking about something. You have been planning of doing something, but it's like you were kind of like scared of doing it because you don't know what's out there or what's going to happen as soon as you step outside of that door or that portal. Yeah. But it's more of like your pets are giving you this motivation. There you go. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, it says here trust. And this is crazy because looky here. It says here, do not give your trust to others lightly. Bingo. What did I tell you, group number 2? Remember what I actually just channeled earlier? I don't know who is that for, but your pet is kind of like saying that maybe there's some things that you are not seeing clearly. It's hard for you to kind of like, see it clearly because of either you wanted to believe that this person would not be able to do it, or these people would not do those things, okay? And so you have the tendency to just, it's okay to give benefit of the doubt, but, you also have to be cautious and really aware, okay? And careful at the same time. So I really feel that's actually what your pets are kind of like wanting for you to know. Others of you, this is how they see you. They also see you as a person who's very cautious, or that you really are probably the type, but this is actually for a very few of you. Somebody watching group number 2 is kind of like a loner. All right, I don't know who is this for. Again, there's so many messages, freaking messages for group number 2 that I'm channeling. For some of you, somebody's watching who's kind of like the loner type, somebody who really doesn't like to socialize, or kind of like, Yeah, like you probably don't have that much friends, or you don't want to, or that you really don't want to give your trust to others. And it's hard for you to show yourself, all right, your true self, maybe because of a past traumatic experience, okay? I don't know what's that for. And that's how your pet sees you. But for others of you, this is more of like a warning, more of like a message from your pet, because they see you as a person with a big heart. Okay, you're very caring, and you probably also love to help with his hands over here. All right, I keep on hearing the word help. So you love to be of help, you love to be of service, but there are times in which you probably are not seeing that some people are actually not really, having the best of intentions for you. They may have ulterior motives, all right? Or there is a tendency for them to control you because you're giving your power away. So I feel this is actually their message for you, not to give your trust lightly to others, all right? It's not to say that you shouldn't trust at all. That's bad, all right? But you should actually create balance. You shouldn't trust others lightly as well, all right? And for those who are having a hard time or struggling over, putting an end to the past, because that's also the main message from your pets, group number 2, in which you know that there's more out there, but unfortunately, some of you are kind of like still stuck over a past event, okay? So I feel that your pets are hoping that you will have the courage to close the door from the past and just move forward. All right, let's see what else. Yep. Look at this. Sanctuary. And it says here, respected boundaries. We were just freaking talking about that. What the freak? And it says here, privacy and violate personal space. So I'm hearing two things again. Like what I said, only take what applies. For some of you, this is how your pet sees you. All right? In which they are viewing you as somebody who's very guarded, vigilant, you're cautious. You don't allow people in easily. You may only have, certain type of people in your life, or, a few group of friends, or maybe, or just one friend or what. Or some of you, I'm picking up a loner, all right? And that's because of you don't want to trust again. You're afraid to trust again. You may have trusted somebody from your past and this person or these people betrayed you, okay? So that's one message I'm actually getting, and this is how your pet sees you, all right? You're very guarded, you're very cautious, you don't allow people into your life. Others of you, this is more of like a warning or a message that you need to, be careful. You need to establish healthy boundaries as well. Do not overshare. Do not give your trust easily to somebody, because not all of them has the best of intentions or motives for you, okay? So yeah, very interesting, group number 2. Let's actually move on to the next. Yeah, some of you, your pet's view is like an innocent child, all right? I love how everything is matching, because that's really, what I heard earlier. Some of you, you're kind of like very naive. Not all of you, because again, I'm getting mixture of personalities and energies for group number 2, so only take what applies. But for some of you, you may be, having that innocent vibe like a child. And a child is very trusting, all right? A child easily trusts, or that's the reason as to why, as parents, you would tell your kids not to talk to strangers and all that, because children or a child can be really trusting, like they really don't have any biases, or they're kind of like just really open and all that and vulnerable. And so I feel that's how your pet sees you, in which you are very loving and caring. You just give yourself, you just give your love and affection, you just really trust someone easily, without realizing or without thinking that maybe these people or this person has been doing those things just because of they wanted to get something out of you, or that it's not coming from a healthy space. So I feel there's really something about you establishing boundaries or healthy boundaries with yourself and with others, okay? And at the same time, if I read this intuitively as well, with this innocence, your pets really enjoy being around you. You make them feel like a kid, They're like a kid, getting excited and all that every time you guys are together. Yeah, and that's why I chose this. Yeah, there's something about togetherness, all right? All right, let's see. What else? Yeah, new beginnings. Okay. So I really feel that your pet is kind of like saying that there's more out there, just like what I said. Be open to a new chapter of your life. Maybe it's about time to let go of the past. Maybe it's about time to finally close some, old past events or close old doors in order for you to welcome this brand new beginning. Okay. Wow. Let's pull up more. Aw, okay. Now this is quite interesting. I'm getting a very specific message again. Oh my gosh. Wow. All right. It's hard to choose a favorite because group two's reading is very unique from group number one. And I noticed that your pet is kind of like, yeah, kind of like a spirit guide as well, in which I'm picking up a very mature and very disciplined, type of energy coming from your pet. That's the vibe I'm getting from your pet, honestly. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. So let's start off first with how they see you. Okay. What I'm getting here based on these six cards is that your pet sees you, not all of you, okay, but somebody watching group number two is very health conscious. All right. Either you really try to pay attention to your diet, you're very careful about the foods that you eat. You are probably, not to say you're a gym rat, but you probably love, going to the gym or hitting the gym. Again, a very health conscious individual. That's how your pet sees you. You may be also into, certain type of foods. You're very also careful around the type of foods that you eat. I'm hearing somebody's actually suffering from some ailment around food. What the freak? I'm suddenly hearing that right now. I don't know what type of ailment, but I keep on hearing that's why you're doing keto diet. Maybe gluten free. Yeah, I don't know who's that for. I'm hearing that right now. Okay. So yeah, and then somebody in terms of heart issues, all right? That's another thing I'm getting. In terms of health, I'm also hearing somebody's also having some sort of like health issues around their heart, okay? So yeah. Okay. All right. I'm sorry if I need to pause because there's freaking tons of messages coming through. I wasn't expecting that in a pet reading. Oh God, because this is the first time I ever, did a pet reading, and I wasn't expecting. There's so freaking, a lot of messages flowing through, and very specific ones. Okay. All right. So anyway, the next message I'm really hearing right now from Spirit is that for some of you, your pet sees you as somebody who tries to kind of like avoid the spotlight. All right. Some of you are probably shy, or you don't want to be in the spotlight. You try to remain in the background, or yeah, you love to inspire, you love to help, but you don't want to be in the spotlight. And so I feel that's how they see you, or they're hoping that you would shine. All right. Because you deserve the spotlight. You deserve to be seen. I don't know, I'm getting that. So don't try to dim your own light, or don't allow others even to dim your own light. You're meant to shine, really, is what I'm getting. And then some of you are also very highly intuitive. I'm getting you maybe a psychic as well. All right, watching this, in which your pet really sees you about your amazing psychic abilities, in which you can see things other people can't, whether it's spirits or what, or seeing the future. All right. Others of you, and speaking of intuition, all that, it's a total opposite of what I'm hearing. Okay. So earlier that was already discussed, in which your pets are really hoping that you would use your intuition instead, and that you would trust it. All right. That maybe there's some things that you're not seeing clearly because you don't want to believe on it, or you're kind of like shrugging it away, or you're not really looking into it. But yeah, this is a lesson, is what I'm hearing. Okay, you have to learn from the past. You have to really trust it. You have to trust your instincts, your niggling feelings around such certain matters, or if there are any red flags. I keep on hearing that too. Okay, I'm hearing. Okay, I'm hearing right now that for some of you, your pets are kind of like saying they also notice that whenever you're stressed out over something, or that when you're going through a rough lot, you have the tendency to kind of like withdraw. Okay, from people, society, or what? You just withdraw. Like, I need some time for myself. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't know what's that for. Oh my gosh. And then lastly, I'm getting here that somebody may have, the wonder got the clarity, somebody may have discovered something, whether it happened recently or over the past few months, close a year or 2 years. I don't know, I'm hearing that, in which you were really shocked about what you've discovered. Okay, like the truth was exposed to you and you're like, I can't believe it. It had something to do with trust. So maybe somebody watching group number two, you were really shocked. You weren't expecting that this person, these people may have done these things to you, or what. I don't know what's that for. Anyway, wow. I love your reading, group number two. It's so freaking unique from group number one. And before we wrap things up, I'm going to be pulling up a random message for you. But I tell you, group number two, your pets really love you so much. They respect you. The word respect is so strong. And at the same time, they really view you as a warrior. You're a strong person. Okay. So if you start, not believing in yourself, again, bounce back. All right. Reclaim your power, because your pets even sees you as a very strong individual. You are a warrior. Okay. All right. So let's pull up some random messages for you. Oh, wow. You have a lot of messages. Well, we'll get that. Since I feel there's a lot of people who chose group number two because there's so many specific messages, really. Anyway, let's start off with this one. It says here, I come to awaken sleeping hearts. Like a bolt of lightning from the astral world, I appear as inspiration, a dream, or idea. I fill your heart with creative light and illuminate your mind so that the universe and all creation can find a space within your soul. This is a time for dreaming big. The possibilities are endless. That's the message for you. Dream big, group number one. All right. You're not meant to be in this limited space, or don't limit yourself. There's something about self-limiting attitude or beliefs. All right. That's another thing I'm picking up for group number two. And yeah, believe in your dreams, all right? Nothing is impossible. That's their message. Another message for you is this. Help is on its way. The raging sea will soon abate, and a great light will heal your heart. This is a time of deep, profound, and positive transformation. But courage, strength, and patience are required. You are supported by a sea of love. Wow. How amazing is this? So hold on tight. Hang on tight, okay? Help is on the way. And there's going to be some positive transformation happening soon in your life. All right, so next we have this message. Are you feeling a little lost and confused? Wondering which direction, if any, to take, and questioning what it is that you really want from life? Perhaps it's time to consult your inner child. You know, the one you've kept locked away for ages, the one who holds the essence of the real you. Isn't it time to listen to your heart? Again, that's why earlier, that's crazy. No wonder you got this image of children, okay? So I really feel that this is also kind of like a supporting message from spirit, and as well as your pets. Maybe it's about time for you to consult your inner child, or to really, connect with your inner child as well, all right? And there's also something about you needing to really listen to your heart this time. Maybe a lot of you are very logical people, all right? It's hard for you to kind of like connect with your intuition. Some of you, it's totally different. It's the opposite. But anyway, yeah, that's all I have for you, group number two. I love your reading. I hope you were able to pick up something from it. And I'll see you again next week, as always. Bye-bye now. Last group, we chose this cute sticker, Lucky Neko. So let's actually find out how your pet sees you and what are the messages that they wanted to tell you as well. Gosh, group one and group two's reading is packed with a lot of messages. So I'm wondering what's going to come through for you guys. Let's get started, shall we? Spirit guides, archangels, and angels, please provide some guided messages for the collective we chose, group number 3. Queen of Cups. King of Swords. Three of Pentacles. Devil in reverse. Eight of Wands. And you have your Ace of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, you have the Fool. All right. Aw. I'm hearing best friend. All right. Your pets really sees you as their best friend. Okay. Wow. Anyway, before we get into that, I'm seeing here water signs, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. We also have here Swords energies, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. And then we also have here Earth, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, especially Capricorn. And we also have here Aries, if it's actually fire. Wow, that was so strong. While I was shuffling, I just really heard, oh, group number 3 is my best friend, okay? Till the very end. Oh my gosh. So yeah, that's how your pet sees you right off the bat. I feel as well for all 3 groups, I noticed that majority of you guys, your pets are your spiritual guides as well, or it's part of your spiritual team. Okay? No kidding. I really picked that up. But anyway, I'm seeing here that your pet also sees you as a Queen of Cups. So whether you're male or female, the Queen of Cups is somebody who's very intuitive. She's very sensitive, caring, nurturing as well. This is how they see you, okay? You are a very selfless person. I also kept on hearing that. Like you always care about others, all right? You always wanted to be of help to others. You're kind of like a problem solver for some of you. That's really what I heard. It's like you solve everyone's problems that you tend to neglect yourself. I don't know what is that for. And so I feel that's how your pet sees you as well, that you need to take good care of your own needs or to take good care of yourself. But at the same time, your pet sees you as a King of Swords. Again, regardless, whether you're male or female. King of Swords is somebody who's very honest. Somebody's all about integrity. Somebody's actually very disciplined as well, all right? And I'm also picking up for group number 3 that your pets also sees you as a very successful person, whether you're a businessman, businesswoman, I'm hearing that very strongly, or you are a leader, because King of Swords is an authority figure, okay? So I really feel that in terms of career, your pet sees you as a very reliable, very strong leader, okay? And that's why maybe I also heard like you are a problem solver or that you solve everyone's problems. That was so strong. And that's why your pet is so freaking proud of you. All right. I feel like your pet is kind of like putting you up in a pedestal as well. All right. Another thing in terms of career, because there's a lot of, pentacles over here. I'm getting here that your pet also sees you as a very hardworking individual. A lot of you guys who chose group number 3 is all about work, work, work. Not for all of you, but it's kind of like giving this impression that somebody watching group number 3, you are a slave to your job. It's like you're really, putting your focus mostly on your job, all right? And there's a tendency for you to burn yourself out is actually what I heard, okay? And so I feel that you may be taking a lot of projects all at once. That was so strong when I saw this 8 of Wands. I don't know who is that for. So I really feel that your pet is just really concerned over your health as well, or for you not to burn yourself out, okay? To take some time to look after your own needs, to take some time to relax as well, all right? That's really what I heard. But yeah, your pets or your pet is very proud of you, of your achievements as well. And I feel as well that your pet also notices that people likes to be around you. I also heard that very strongly. Maybe because of not only are you reliable or you're trustworthy or that they trust your judgment or your intuition or what it is they have to say, but also because of your energy. And that's how they feel as well. They feel secure being around you. That was so strong. Wow. I feel as well that your pet is also your spiritual guide, group number 3, because even with this full card, you may have a dog, okay, or any other furry animal, okay, but yeah, the full card is a friendship card as well, by the way, all right, so that's why I'm picking up, yeah, maybe that's why I heard best friend. But at the same time, it's like your pet kind of like really observes you or really is trying to warn you at times, all right? When something is actually not good or when you're not really seeing things clearly, just like with this full card over here that he's about to trip or fall over the cliff. It's like your pet is kind of like warning you, hey, watch over your step, okay? It's like that kind of a vibe I'm picking up. So I really feel that your guide is also your pet, or your pet is also your spiritual guide. But yeah, very interesting. Again, totally different energy from group 1, group 2. This is really unique. I love this reading. I've never done a pet reading. This is the first time, and I'm loving it. My gosh. And I wasn't expecting that there's so many messages flowing through on this type of a reading. Anyway, let's move on to the next. Throat chakra. Self. Mending. And you got here the garden and the gate. Wow, I'm picking up a totally different message just by looking at these 4 cards. Okay, no wonder there's a lot of communication cards as well earlier. And I even heard Libra and Aquarius. So I don't know, is that for maybe you're Libra and Aquarius? Not for all of you, but I'm hearing something very specific right now. So somebody watching group number 3 is also having a hard time expressing themselves because you got the throat chakra. And I feel that this is something that needs to be healed as well. All right. You may have throat chakra issues in such a way that you're having a hard time expressing yourself. You may be uncomfortable in doing some things, or you may be kind of like having a hard time saying no. I really heard that. I don't know who is this for, but that's how your pet sees you. Like, for instance, there's so many red flags, or somebody's been doing some things that are against your will, but because it's hard for you to say no, or it's hard for you to speak up and say, hey, I don't like that, you just tend to allow things to happen, all right? And so I really feel that this is how your pet also sees you, that you need to heal from that, all right? You need to be courageous enough. You don't have to be rude. You don't have to be, really harsh, but you can actually, say no lightly to someone. And I feel that's also part of the healing that needs to be done on your part, whoever is resonating with that message. Because you may have the tendency to allow people to walk all over you, or you may have the tendency for people to kind of like take advantage of you because of you're having a hard time establishing boundaries or expressing yourself when you're not comfortable about something. For instance, you don't like it when people are actually are asking of you to be, doing some things that are against your will, but because of it's hard for you to say no, or I don't like that, instead of you expressing it in a very polite way, in a non-confrontational way, you just allow it to happen. I don't know who's that for, okay? But that is a very, very strong message. Another message I'm also picking up is that your pets also sees you as a person who may have the tendency to kind of like think of yourself as if that you're limited or that you are small. Somebody's having some low self-esteem or self-confidence issues. I don't know who's this for, but that's another message that's coming through. And again, your pet is kind of like seeing you as somebody who's the totally, opposite of what you've been thinking about yourself, all right? That's why I got the self card. They're hoping that you're going to see yourself differently. They wanted you to free yourself from whatever it is that's holding you back. And I feel it had something to do with your hindering your growth, or you're kind of like looking at yourself in a very small way when they're seeing you the opposite of how you see yourself, just like what I said. Your pet also sees you as if you're like a kid. Maybe they also love that whenever you guys are around your pets. It's like you're turning into a kid. All right, you're playing with them and all that, because there's a lot of children over here. And maybe this is also how you treat your pets. You treat your pets as if they are your own child, which they love as well. And maybe, this is also part of what they also love about you, that you really try to express how much you love them by telling them that, or by really, demonstrating that through actions. That's another message I'm getting. Wow, this is so beautiful. I love this reading. It's a totally different energy from all groups. So let's see here. What else? Okay, got nature. New supportive connections. Commitment. Ooh. And you got your openness. Okay. Gosh, I'm hearing a lot of messages again. I can't believe this. It's a pet reading, yet there are so many specific messages. So I guess your pets really has a lot of things to say to you, which they hope they can actually deliver. So yeah, first specific message that I'm actually hearing is this. Your pet actually, sees you as somebody that everybody wanted to be around with, okay? That was so strong. I keep on hearing that. And they are kind of like saying it's because of your energy. You have this very welcoming, engaging, very positive energy that draws people in, okay? You're very open, okay? You're very open and welcoming. And although there is a tendency for you to kind of like, allow other people to be doing some things that you're not comfortable about. So I feel this is more of like a message from them to be careful, all right? Not to be totally, open, or not to allow people to do some things towards you, which is against your will, just because of you're having a hard time expressing that I don't like this or I don't like that, okay? Another specific message I'm actually seeing here is that somebody watching group number 3 is going through some sort of like relationship problems. You got the commitment, and then you got the new supportive connections. So I feel that your pet is kind of like saying, don't lose hope. If the relationship from the past did not work, all right, there's so many fishes in the sea. With the openness, it's like them saying that you are limitless, or that there are so many other options out there. And so they're kind of like hoping not for you to limit yourself. Maybe that's why I got that message prior to this, in which some of you're hindering yourself from growing or exploring other opportunities out there, whether it's new potential partners, whether it's new friends, like-minded friends or people. But there's something about that as well, in which you're kind of like limiting yourself too much. You're putting yourself in this one spot or in this tiny box is actually what I'm getting. And yeah, with the nature, I really feel that your pet really sees you as somebody who has a strong connection with environment, with nature, with spirit, okay? I feel as well, somebody watching group number 3 is very psychic as well. Gosh, there's a lot of psychic in my readings. I noticed that, in which you are very much, open. Your third eye is actually highly activated. You may have the ability to see spirits and all that. Even nature spirits, you have a strong connection with nature spirits is actually what I'm hearing right now, okay? And your pet is also aware about that, about your potential, about your gifts or your abilities. And you have a strong connection, like what I said, with nature, with spirits, as well as with animals, all right? And that's why, you are very magnetic, group number 3. That's really what I'm picking up here. I'm also hearing very strongly that for group number 3, okay, if you are kind of like feeling pessimistic that there's no one out there for you, your pet is kind of like saying, that's not true, okay? You will be meeting someone. There will be an opportunity in the right time in which you will be in a relationship that you've been hoping for, in which this relationship is filled with a lot of love, a lot of balance. All right, maybe this person is somebody who can really commit to you. Maybe you have dealt with, somebody from your past in which this person can't or is afraid of commitment. But I'm actually getting here that your pet is even helping you, honestly, believe it or not. But your pet is even helping you, because I get this message that for group number 3, your pet is also your spiritual guide, whether you believe that or not, okay? But I feel that your pet is also kind of like helping you to kind of like lead you to this new connection. It can be a new person for sure, all right? And so if you're feeling pessimistic that, oh, maybe there's no one out there for me, or I'm so unlucky in love, nope. All right. Be open to possibilities, because I feel that there's actually going to be an opportunity for you in the near future in which this is going to be leading you towards this person, your person. Okay. I'm even hearing for group number 3, you are into astrology, or yeah, that's why I actually picked up like a lot of psychics chose group 2 and group number 3. And if you are, all right, your pet is actually really aware about that, about your talents, about your gifts. Interesting. So maybe you've been doing some pick of cards yourself, right? So yeah, I feel that your pets are very much, enjoying the way you actually are doing your stuff, okay? And they're really putting you up in the pedestal, even when if you are, okay, a reader or what, because that's what I'm hearing right now from Spirit and your pets as well. They're helping you even when it comes to your readings, all right? Yeah, very interesting, which is something that can resonate, of course. But let's see, what else? Yeah, you got metamorphosis. Whoops, sorry about that. Shining through, right? Relationships. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I noticed for group number 3, there's a lot of messages around commitment, around partnerships. Wow. And you got compassion. You may have a rabbit. That's interesting. Actually, a lot of, the animals that popped up in the entire reading, of course, the number 1 would be dogs, cats, and then I also heard some specific animals such as parrot, iguana, yeah, and then fishes even, all right, and yeah, again, rabbits. So yeah, you may have a rabbit as well, but anyway, even if you don't have a rabbit, it's a general reading. So your pets are basically saying here that your relationship is going to be transforming, okay? With this metamorphosis, shining through, relationships, and compassion card. The number 1 message I heard is that for whatever it is that has happened to you in the past, especially around love and romance, in which it probably really did hurt you, or it was a failed partnership or what, you're going through something, some sort of like a cycle. Or some of you are going to be closing out a cycle even. Number 2, you're actually going to be, going through some changes around your relationships. Not only the relationship that you have with others, or maybe you are going to be led to a brand new partnership in the future, but I'm also getting that your relationship within yourself is also going to be changing. And I feel it will start from you first. With this shining through, it's like you're working on yourself, you're loving yourself. Because I feel for group number 3, you may have the tendency to kind of like always give love and affection towards other people, but you tend to neglect yourself, all right? That's really the message that I got. And so I feel this is part of your journey. This is part of what you've been learning. And so I feel that by the time you will be working on yourself, you'll be loving yourself, things are going to be shifting positively. And you will be attracting people who will be seeing that in you. That group number 3 loves herself or himself. Group number 3 respects himself or herself. All right? Because again, relationships are mirrors. Even with this relationship card, it says here, I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. So I really feel that, yeah, your pets are kind of like saying, if you are kind of like feeling really sad or kind of like pessimistic around your love life, don't be, okay? Whatever it is that has happened to your past, it's part of your growth. You are growing, okay? You're learning from that. There is a lesson that you need to pick up from those, experiences. And part of it has something to do with loving yourself, all right? As much as you are nurturing and giving towards others, or you're very compassionate towards others, you have to also give back to yourself, or you have to give that to yourself first, right? You cannot give what you don't have, all right? And so that's really what I'm getting here. And at the same time, even with these cards, it's like they're also showing me that your pet really sees you as a person who is a light towards, other people. You are probably, again, like what I said, you're probably in a type of career in which you're dealing with a lot of people, because I kept on hearing that. Whether you are a leader in some company, or you're a manager, or you're a tarot reader, even I even heard that, in which you're actually in a type of career, and you're a very career-focused person as well, group number 3. But you're dealing, with a lot of people. You wanted to be of help to other people. But at the same time, your pet is hoping that you would also grow a beautiful relationship for yourself. To pay attention to your own well-being, to pay attention to your own needs as well, okay? Because you are so giving, you're so loving, but you also deserve that love yourself, all right? Wow, I so freaking love this reading. It's hard for me to choose a favorite, although group 1 is also my favorite because of the message that I got, in which they treat their pets as if they're their family, because that's actually what I do. Ever since I'm a kid, I love animals, and I treat my pets not as a pet, all right? Like a regular pet. I treat them as if they're my child, or they're my children, or part of the family. But yeah, your reading is so freaking amazing as well, group number 3. All right, let's see. You got here hunger. Believe in the impossible, right? Aw, look at that. Nature, Gaia. Yeah, you got the nature card earlier. So I really feel group number 3, you have a strong connection with Mother Nature, which is giving me this message that you are really a very loving person. All right? Because Mother Gaia, right? Very loving, very compassionate. You got the compassionate card. You're very nurturing as well. And so I really feel a lot of empaths as well chose group number 3. And even with this lady crying, this is suggesting to me that group number 3, you guys are very sensitive souls. Okay? You can also pick up energies or pick up the emotions of others. No wonder you got the Queen of Cups. Very psychic, actually, But at the same time, I'm also hearing very strongly that your pet really sees you as somebody who's very beautiful inside and out. That's another message that's coming through right now. Whether you're male or female, your pet really sees you as a very beautiful person inside and out. And if you've experienced a lot of heartbreaks, especially around love and partnerships, because that was so strong for group number 3, which is why it's very unique from the 2 groups. They're kind of like saying, your pet is kind of like saying, all right, for those relationships that did not work out for you, it's for your growth, and that you don't deserve those people, all right? You deserve something more, all right? But you've got to love yourself. I feel that your pet was able to witness you crying even, all right? And it also, breaks their heart because their pets loves you so much. They see you as their best friend. And they're wishing the best for you, believe it or not. They're even helping you, honestly. That's why they're kind of like giving you this promise that there is someone out there for you. Another thing that I'm also getting here is that your pet is protecting you. Okay? They're very protective of you. They also see you as a very protective person. You're very protective over your loved ones. Oh, wow. This is so beautiful. And they got believe in the impossible. So I feel that this is them saying that nothing is impossible. All right. You can achieve your dreams or whatever it is that you've been with the hunger. It's like you wanted something with the hunger. You're craving for something. All right. Whatever that is, your goals, your targets, your desires. Believe in the possible. It will happen. That's what they're saying right now. Aww. Yeah, see, I told you. You got the psychic card. What did I tell you guys? Because I could easily pick up energies if somebody watching is a psychic, all right? Or somebody's also into spiritual career. So yeah, some of you guys are actually tarot readers. I even heard that. So tarot readers, maybe you're also doing some pick of cards. Or some of you are just really highly psychic. You don't even need cards to read even. That's also what I heard. Because it says here, psychic images, clairvoyance, seeing, out-of-body travel. So yeah, I feel this is them saying your pets are actually kind of like saying that you are a person who's highly gifted. Okay, that you're blessed with all these talents, with all these gifts. They're very proud of you. I feel with your gifts, you can be of help to people. If you've been doing this already, in which you are helping other people through your gifts, your talents, good job. Keep shining your light. Your pets are so much, proud of you. Look at this with a soul cage. This mermaid is helping this person to rise above the darkness. This is what you're doing. This is your ability, group number 3. And even if you're not a psychic anyway, okay? Because earlier, I got this message that a lot of you guys are being viewed by your pets as a very strong person. You like to be of service. Remember, I said that because that's what I heard. And so this is really a validation in which you really wanted to be of help. You are a very giving person. You wanted to be of service. But make sure you take good care of your own needs. You take good care of yourself. Okay? I'm also getting as well that there is a strong message right now. It's very specific that your pets are kind of like saying, all right, you can't solve everybody's problems. There's only some things that you can do. I don't know who is that for, but that's the message I'm hearing right now. Honor it, all right? Don't be too hard on yourself. You can only do as much. That's what I heard, okay? But you've got to take good care of yourself. You've got to look after your own needs, your happiness, all right? You've got to change the relationship that you have with yourself as well. So you can also attract people going to be mirroring that towards you. That's another message I'm getting. But yeah, your pets really sees you as a light worker, okay? Because you really try to help people. You guide people as well. And that's why, like what I said, your pets are very, very proud of you. They're really proud of how you are making a dent in this universe with the talent, with the service that you've been doing for others. Wow. Some of you are also in the medical field, healing, okay? Because I keep on hearing healing. Okay, it's either this is part of what you're doing as your career, but yeah, you have this healing energy. All right, let's just put it that way. Regardless of whatever type of career or job, you guys have this very natural healing energy. All right, and that's how your pet sees you as well. You are a healing force towards others. Wow, isn't that so freaking amazing? That's why it's hard to choose a favorite. Let's see what else. Surrender. Okay. What else? Yeah, healing. Oh my gosh, for the rain. So what I'm actually getting here is that your pets really, number one, like what I said, they really see you as this healing force. You have natural healing gifts. Group number three. You help people to rise above the darkness. You are a light worker, okay? Everybody has a capacity to heal, by the way. You know, don't limit yourself as if that you have to be like a Reiki master or a healer to heal people. Everybody has the ability to heal, believe it or not. Everybody is a psychic even. Why? Because we are blessed with intuition. Okay? We're also healers because just by, for instance, helping your friend, being there for your friend, consoling your friend, that's a form of healing. If you're a tarot reader, if you're a psychic, the fact that you are giving messages to a client or to a person, delivering the messages that they needed to hear, that's a form of healing. Especially for those even who can connect with departed loved ones. You're not only healing the person who lost their loved one, but you're also healing spirit to move towards the light, right? So that's actually what I'm getting here. Regardless, you guys have this very beautiful, natural healing energy. And that's how your pet sees you. And they're proud of you. But at the same time, another message I'm getting with these two cards is that your pets are hoping that you will be healing, from the past. And that you will have the courage as well to surrender, let go of the past, heal from it, and move forward. Transform with the butterflies, all right? Grow from it. Wow. Let's see, what else? Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. You may be a Scorpio as well, because Scorpio was also strong earlier. I'm also hearing Libra. I'm also hearing Virgo. I'm hearing Leo, Aquarius. Oh my gosh, very Scorpio. And high five to my fellow Scorpios, by the way. Oh my gosh. Yeah, yeah. Okay, let's actually start off with that Scorpio energy because I just suddenly got that with the cards that I pulled up here. So if you're Scorpio, and I won't be surprised because it's very Scorpio vibe. As a Scorpio myself, I could also, resonate with that, with the messages I'm seeing here. So even if you are not a Scorpio, you may have that energy of a Scorpio as well, or some traits in which your pet sees you as a person who's very smart. You're also very analytical. You love to observe, all right? Number two, you also kind of try to keep your personal matters really private. Or you're a very private person, you don't want to overshare, all right? Or you don't want to expose everything to everybody, all right? You maintain that air of mystery, or that you really just have this wall, okay, is what I'm getting. Which is very Scorpio. Scorpios are known to be very secretive. And that's not because of your hiding, all right? It's more about, especially for personal matters, we really wanted to keep it private because this is our life. There's only certain things that we wanted to share, all right? Not to everybody. Especially that trust is very important to Scorpios as well, all right? And I feel that's also the reason as to why, for some of you, all right, you like to analyze everything first. Can I trust this person, all right? So I'm getting that. Somebody watching group number 3, that's how your pet sees you, okay? But I'm getting a different message now, all right? For others of you, your pet sees you as somebody who can be overly trusting. So that's a different scenario now. You can be overly trusting. You may be, kind of like having a hard time setting up some boundaries even with people, or that you may kind of like overlook that some people has ulterior motives already, because it says here, having ulterior motives. So I really feel that's also part of the lesson for you. For some of you, I'm getting here that your pet also sees you, that you change a lot for the better. They're saying you've matured, okay? Some of you were able to change some negative behaviors into something positive. And that's why they're viewing you as somebody who's really improved a lot. You've matured a lot, okay? Lastly, I'm getting here that somebody watching group number 3, you probably have the tendency to kind of like crave for external validation. And maybe that's why you allow things, to happen for you, or allow other people to walk all over you, or allow people to be doing some things that deep down you're not comfortable about it. But it's because of you wanted to, not to say you're a people pleaser, but it's like you really wanted to crave for some validation that you're okay. Am I doing good? I don't know. I'm getting that or that. Even if you're uncomfortable with something, you just let it slide. All right. There's something about that. So there's a mixture of messages and energies for group number 3 as well. Only take what applies. All right. And so if you're resonating with that, again, set up some boundaries. Okay. Don't allow people to walk all over you. And that's why I got the throat chakra. You can actually, honestly and safely express yourself without being too harsh, especially if you're not comfortable about something. Okay. I don't know who was that for. That kept on repeating over and over again. And that's what your pets wanted you to know as well. All right. So there you go. That's all that I have for you guys. Gosh, this is so freaking beautiful. But before we wrap things up, I'm going to be pulling up a random message for you guys. Let's actually pull this up. Gosh, I love this reading. I wasn't expecting it to be so long. I mean, 2 hours. Gosh. Yeah. I thought it was just going to be a really, like a type of reading in which it's not going to be this detailed, honestly, because we're just getting some messages from your pets or what, but who knows? Maybe your pets has a lot to say, or they really wanted to say something to you. And so anyway, let's read your card. It says here, a beautiful, inspired idea floats through pathways of light, waiting for the right moment to enter your mind and heart. This wonderful idea that stems from your soul will grow and blossom if you nurture it. Keep it safe within your inner world until it's ready to manifest in your outer world. A period of great fulfillment and accomplishment follows. What a beautiful message. So I really feel group number 3, there is going to be an idea coming through. I also noticed that for this week, I keep on getting that. Even in my, personal readings and all that, in which there is a message around ideas flowing. There's ideas coming in. So you have to be mindful about that. You have to pay attention. So again, that message is also happening for you, group number 3. So pay attention to any ideas that would actually flow through for you guys, which is going to be of help for you, all right? And then once you have this idea, it says here, you have to keep it safe, all right? Don't overshare. That's another thing, because you got that message earlier. And this is something I've discussed in the past, in which if you have a brilliant idea about something, or you have this plan, this, really big dream, as much as possible, keep it to yourself. Don't share it with others, not even to family members. I tell you that because you just don't know that it can actually affect, everything because of evil eye. Not to say that your family members will be doing that, but it's like, for instance, when you actually share something about your plans or dreams, all right, some people might just say, oh, I'm happy for you. Oh, that's great. But deep down, they're kind of like jealous, all right? That's actually, going to affect it. Energy. Everything is energy, right? So yeah, as much as possible, keep it to yourself. And then when the time is right, then maybe, just allow it to happen, or you can actually share it. But yeah, be mindful about that because that was so strong for group number 3. All right. But I feel that, you're up to something really wonderful, group number 3. Okay. I really can feel that or sense that. So just trust any idea that's going to come through or flow through for you guys moving forward. And this is actually going to make you so freaking happy. This is something big. I could feel. Anyway, that's all I have for you. Your pets really loves you so much. Group number 3, they see you as their best friend. And they're just giving you this, message, or these messages, is because if they love you so much and that they're so proud of you. They know that you are this healing force towards others. You are a very loving, welcoming, engaging type of person as well. But just make sure that you also take good care of yourself. That's their main message, I noticed, for group number 3. Anywho, that's all. I'll see you again next week. Bye bye.